his own. They fight for a while until Wukong gets the drop on Nada with a duplicate and smacks him with his stick thief. So they tell the Jade Emperor what happened, and the Emperor is all like,
"How dare you resist arrest? Clearly we must execute him."
But the Gold Star of Venus, apparently the only voice of reason in the entire heavenly bureaucracy, suggests that rather than risk their entire army on one super powerful immortal monkey, they just give Wukong what he wants, an empty title. So they do, and a department is set up in heaven for him to lounge around in and not cause trouble. Unsurprisingly, Wukong is completely down for spending his days languishing in heaven, being waited on hand and foot by celestial spirits determined not to give him a reason to go on a rampage. But one of the resident Taoist immortals suggests that Wukong might end up getting bored, which carries with it the terrifying possibility of the great Sun Wukong rampaging through heaven looking for entertainment. So the Jade Emperor assigns a relatively harmless but time-consuming duty to Wukong, tending the Garden of Peaches of Immortality. Wukong's super down for that, but quickly finds that having to maintain a garden full of delicious immortality-granting peaches without eating any of them is impossible for his poor impulsive brain to handle. So, if you've been taking notes, this means he's now double immortal. But this comes back to bite him on the butt when the time comes for the Queen Mother of Heaven to hold her annual Peach Festival, and her 7 color-coded immortal maidens enter the grove only to find that it is notably lacking in peaches. They inadvertently wake Wukong up, who decides that he wants to go to the festival too. So Wukong paralyzes the maidens, impersonates a local immortal who was invited, then scoots on into the banquet hall. See, stuff like this, it's why you weren't invited in the first place. So when he arrives, he's immediately distracted by the smell of wine and proceeds to make off with the entire supply of heavenly booze, which also makes you immortal. So Wukong, now triply immortal and thoroughly drunk, inadvertently stumbles into Lao Tzu's little slice of heaven while searching for a place to sleep it off. And if you want to know who this Lao Tzu person is,
I'm working on it, goddammit. Ninjas, oh god.
so drunk Wukong stumbles into Lao Tzu's palace to say hello, but he can't find the sage anywhere. But he does find Lao Tzu's alchemical lab, in which he finds several gourds full of pills of immortality. 3 guesses as to what Wukong does next. So Wukong, now quadruply immortal and abruptly sober, realizes that that might not have been the smartest move on his part, and opts to flee back to Flower Fruit Mountain to escape the consequences of his actions. Meanwhile, the 7 immortal maidens, the wine carriers, the people in charge of the banquet, Lao Tzu, the officials from Wukong's department, and the immortal Wukong impersonated all independently present their grievances to the Jade Emperor, who quickly puts 2 and 2 together and dispatches pretty much the entire army of heaven to apprehend Sun Wukong. Now, of course, because Wukong is absurdly powerful, this is ineffective, and what was supposed to be a simple capture mission turns into a full-scale battle between the forces of heaven and Sun Wukong's army of demon monkeys. Now, while all that drama is happening, who should arrive at the heavenly palace but the Bodhisattva Kuan Yin and her disciple Moksha, who came for the Peach Festival and are understandably surprised to find the heavenly palace in complete disarray. So Kuan Yin asks what all the fuss is about, and upon being briefed, she sends Moksha down to get a sense of what's going on. So Moksha arrives at Flower